There are always surprises in the NFL draft, and frankly, it would be a surprise if there weren't a surprise in this year's draft. Does that make any sense? From the Sporting News Studios, I'm Tom Vandervoort with our NFL writer, Vinny Iyer. Okay, so Vinny, we know something weird is going to happen in this draft. Let's talk about some possibilities. We feel like Geno Smith, consensus first quarterback to go. What about the second quarterback? It just seems like there's just not a lot of certainty there.
Yeah, there's not any surefire guy there, let alone at number one with Geno Smith. But when you get to number two, it gets really murky down there. So you look at a couple of candidates we've talked about before with Matt Barkley, Ryan Nassib, and then you throw in Mike Glennon in the mix. But the two guys I would watch are E.J. Manuel, Florida State, and Tyler Wilson of Arkansas. They both kind of have the set that people want to work with. Manuel more that athletic type of guy that's all the rage now in the NFL, and Wilson more the traditional type guy. So I think you look at those two guys, maybe sneaking in there ahead of those other quarterbacks.
How about a guy like Landry Jones at Oklahoma? Matt Scott at Arizona?
I think those are later round considerations.
Late round guys, okay.
But you look at who's there behind Geno Smith, you're not sure of all of them. You might as well take the guys that are most intriguing.
Okay, very good. Now let's talk about running back, because another surprise would be maybe where Marcus Lattimore goes. Give me your thoughts on him.
Well, looking at this class of running backs, we might have one go in the first round at the most with Eddie Lacy from Alabama, but you go down Giovanni Bernard of North Carolina. Then you kind of head scratch who's the guy that I can trust in my backfield. So then you look down at Lattimore. I know he's coming off the major knee injury,
right,
and he's got that durability issues in the past, but you look at what he can do when healthy. If you're a good team that can afford to stash him, one of the better teams in the league, you look at a Green Bay or New England, a team like that, put him on the roster, stash him. In a year or two, he could be a very special back for you.
Is it a case where he might fit a certain kind of system? I feel like he would really thrive in like a zone blocking system.
Yeah, I think the good thing about him is he's a hard worker, and you know he's very smart with his football intelligence. So I think he'll fit anywhere, and I think people are going to see that, and he's going to go higher than people expect.
All right, very good. Now let's talk about the surprise that we know is coming for somebody, the bad surprise, which is like, how come I'm still sitting here waiting for a phone call? Who do you think could fall in this draft?
Well, you look at how the cornerback chase has kind of been reshuffled with the Jets-Bucks trade. You look at number 13, the new pick for the Jets. Now that D. Milner is gone before that pick, maybe to the Browns at number 6, you wonder who that number 2 corner is. And DJ Hayden of Houston, he's got a great personal story. He's been rising ever since Mike Mayock.
He's really been rising.
So
man.
You look at him, that could be a 13th pick. What does that mean? The corner that was supposed to go there, Xavier Rhodes of Florida State, drops a little bit. So you see a guy like that dropping. I think another name to watch later in that first round, Manti Te'o. Everyone sees him maybe being a
I was going to ask you specifically.
With the Vikings, one of their 2 picks there, but if he drops out of that Vikings mix, I think he could drop out of the entire first round.
Wow, very good. All right, we'll see what happens in the NFL draft. Of course, we'll be back to talk about it from the Sporting News Studios. I'm Tom Vandervoort for Vinny Iyer. Thanks for watching.